If you've ever wondered why sometimes you can handle pressure so well and other times you just feel so depleted, this episode is for you. I'm Suzanne Rath, and this is Endures for your daily dose of endurance leadership and life lessons. So, I have these 9 catalysts that basically form the backbone of my performance advancement pathway. And one of them is called fortifying strength. And now I believe everything is a muscle that we can work and that we can develop. So, both our physical muscles, but also our mindset, how we react, how we respond, the tools, the strategies that we use. I know to be true that so many things, including our thoughts and our habits, are practice. And today, in the topic of grit or resilience, I want to talk about one of them, which is fortifying strength. So we often talk about grit or think about resilience like their toughness or like their personality trait. Sometimes we complain about, the 20-year-olds today in the workplace, and they don't have any resilience. And, we think that some people just have this resilience. But resilience or grit isn't about this constant pushing through. It's actually about what your foundations can support. And so the difference here is between sustained resilience and forced drive. And if we think about this like a weighing scales that can tip in either direction, on the one side, what's dragging people down is excessive demands, excessive expectations, excessive responsibility. None of those things in and of themselves are bad. Stress in and of itself is not a bad thing. Everything in life stresses our system to an extent, and it allows us to grow and to develop that muscle. But if we have too much of these things and, low meaning and chronic depletion and forced drive, essentially what we have is this lack of resourcefulness. And we absolutely cannot have grit or resilience without being resourceful. And often the people that, have this complete drain, they can look functional from the outside, but they're not moving consistently in the one direction, or they're leaking energy constantly. So they're not showing up as their best selves. They have decision fatigue, they have resentment, they're snappy. And then on the other side of this scales, right, where the scales tips up, real grit is this ability to stay steady as demand rises, but it's because you're fortified. So it's because you've got sufficient reserves, purpose, and structures in place. And so, 3 questions that I would love to leave with you with: where in your life is demand exceeding your reserves? Are you carrying a pressure that doesn't have any meaning? And what could you let go of to stop this from becoming chronic? So, what are the structures? What are the support systems? Who do you need around you? What do you need around you to stop this scales from continually tipping towards this chronic depletion, this forced drive? So, a reminder that grit isn't about constant endurance, but it's fortifying what actually holds you and gives you resourcefulness. So, that pressure actually strengthens those muscles rather than just making you shrink. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you tomorrow for more from Endures.